Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. $105,000 Bitcoin price has still graced us with its presence. What's been happening over this weekend? I'm going to give you the juiciest, hottest stuff. Everyone has lost their mind in the Bitcoin Maxi camp. Seems like someone's always losing their mind somewhere, right? And it's all because of Donald Trump. Mr. Pump signed that executive order, and it left everybody in a state of shock because all we had been hearing from Bitcoin Magazine and the close confidants of Donald Pump from the Bitcoin camp is they kept using the words Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, BSR. That's all they kept talking about. And then when it came to the actual executive order and the statement, there was no mention of Bitcoin anywhere. There was nothing in the executive order. There was nothing in the notes. If you Control F search Bitcoin, there was nothing on the paper anywhere. Instead, they used the words digital asset stockpile. And the fine print did not say the government is going to buy Bitcoin. They just said we're going to hold it for now. Okay. So that's pretty much what the Bloomberg soy boy explanation is, that version of, why prices aren't moving now. But for the rest of us, we kind of figured out, look, man, I've got some very high value content here for you, friends. When you're looking at Bitcoin's price now, and it really looks like a 4-year-old just drew crayons, just drawings right here. I don't know what the hell's going on. What is this, bro? What is this? Up, down, up, down. When we're looking at that, what I've come to find is, look, we are all slaves of the cycle. And it's almost like we are destined to finish at a certain date. We are destined to finish at a certain date. I don't know what that date is, but I feel like we're going to get January next year as the final meme coin season. Some sort of alt season, like December, January, where everyone basically goes home in Christmas, tells their family they made a lot of money this year, and everyone comes in and buys. They'll feel like something like that's what happened in 2017 cycle. So 2017 Christmas, that December 2017, Bitcoin hit 20K, and you had the final alt season in January. Okay, and it was very, very explosive. It was everybody who basically heard about it from Christmas went and bought, and they learned what exit liquidity was 12 months later. So that's what I feel like is going to happen. Now, here's the thing, friends. This is what shocked me. Okay, I did this actually live in one of my videos here for you. So if you're thinking to make a Somi, well, who cares? That's a good question, right, to ask. Who cares if we're going to top out here? Why can't we move up now? Well, what I found is, to my shock again, if you look at the final alt season wave number 2 in each cycle, so you look at the one in 2021 here, cycle, you look at the one, this is the actual final alt season wave. Okay, this was EOS launch, don't worry about that. This is the actual final alt season wave. See, January 2018. And then there's one you can't actually chart here, but I did chart in 2013. I know the numbers. It worked out. Okay, if you go to that final alt season wave number 2 and you walk back about 7 months, you get the top of alt season wave 1. I was like, no way. Really? 3 cycles. The euphoria of the crowd was exactly 210 days apart. Roughly there. Why not 3 months? Why not 12 months? Why is it 220 days? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. So then now you get to see why. It's well, if we're preordained, friends, I really think a white swan's going to come at the end. I really do now. I'm dude, we're not even allowed to pump early right now because it's like the simulation knows there is a white swan somewhere out there, and we can't peak euphoria too early. We have to be timed at the top with the white swan. Trust me, you've been in markets, friends. We know simulation god, fairy dust, unicorns, Matrix, Morpheus. Okay, give me 3 pills. Okay, I'm a 3-pill kind of guy. See, all of these thrown in together, it is spooky. It is spooky. However, we are slaves to the cycle, and the way I reconcile with it is it's just like the day and night cycle, just like sleeping and waking. So if almost friends, here is this is where Super Bowl is. Feb 2026. It's almost like we're destined to get some sort of white swan right before this. And if you just move back 7 months, it's peaking June. This is actually 2017 cycle. 2017 peaked in June, and then it peaked in June, and then 7 months January. You know, so it's all. But here's the thing: you're like, well, why can't we just go up beforehand? Look, Habib, I don't make the rules. I want us to go up now, so I really do. I wanted us, hey, can we please just go up? Like, why do we have to go up in 100 days, bro? Why can't we just go up a bit slower, but make it over 200 days? Go take it up with whoever's creating and writing this simulation for us, okay? Because I got no answers for that. It is what it is, okay? It's just but look, if you really want to know, so what's my like deep 5-dimensional checkers explanation? It's because there's so many new people in crypto joining. We're basically living an inefficient market story over and over and over again until we onboard everybody. Because we've only got 600 million people in crypto now out of potentially 7 billion. So we only got like 8% of the world, you know? Facebook, friends, Facebook used to have like, 10 million people at one point, and now it's got like 1 billion. You get it? So eventually crypto will get to that big size, just like the stock market. Everybody in the world can buy the stock market now, right? So, but crypto's still growing at that. But here's the thing. We would kind of think, now that we're halfway to 1 billion, kind of thinking, you know what? Shouldn't we like deviate a bit off the 4-year cycle once, just to kind of like show everybody that it doesn't have to follow? Nah, it never did it, friends. That's why I give you the highest value content in crypto every single day, and that's why I'm catching you with my Pokeball. So trust me, just as confused as you are, I'm like, dude, okay, I guess it's free money for now. Yeah. However, there might be an inflection point when we've onboarded a certain number of people in the world where the thing doesn't work anymore. But like, you don't have to be scared about that. I still think, friends, in my pointy elbows and in my pointy knees, I really think if the cycle breaks, it would be it ran too early. I don't think it would be a very, very long extended one. I don't know why. I'm feeling that. It's because there's so much FOMO built up. That's ultimately where we are. But if we could check out what's going on, friends, there's been some shocking news, friends. Bitcoin Maxi is losing their mind. So shocking. Do you know Wall Street guy? Hey, everybody know Wall Street guy. Wall Street guy. So Freddie Kreuger blocked me because I was basically saying, hey, look, friends, I've got the tweet. I've got the tweet right here. Just a short while ago, like I'm in shock, okay? He's a Bitcoin Maxi, but now he's just flipped. Now he's a Soylana believer. Okay, now this is very, very interesting part. Apparently he's a scammer. Okay, that's what a lot of people are alleging. Now, Freddie Kreuger, friends, I just want to show you, bro. You mean like this Freddie Kreuger? I've got his post right here, friends. So I've actually made another post here. This is pretty much it. So remember, Freddie Kreuger, friends, Freddie blocked me because I said to him, hey, I know you're a Bitcoin Maxi. It's not wise to be a Bitcoin Maxi in the year after the Bitcoin halving year. I go, you're going to get obliterated. Bitcoin dominance is going to crash. He got so offended as a Wall Street guy, he blocked me. And then, like, here's his tweet. Remember, friends? Altcoiners, hate to break it to you. Your coin will be worthless in 10 years. Bitcoin will be 1 million. You will be squandered. An enormous opportunity. That guy, that Freddie Kreuger. And then he launched a Soylana pump fund trash coin, and then he rugged it. Make it make sense, friends. This is, I can't believe it. So he pivoted out of being a Bitcoin Maxi. Now he's a Soylana believer. I'm not joking. Bro, by the way, he is older than Peter Schiff. I'm like, dude, there has to be some sort of intergalactic signal, bro. A guy older than Uncle Peter Schiff who got into gold like 50 years ago. Not exaggerating, by the way. He was 50 years ago, got into gold. He is now joining Soylana, saying something. Like, just think about it. But yes, pretty much, he launched a coin, pump fund trash coin, rugs it, deletes his Twitter. Everybody's yelling at him, and he's just acting like nothing happened. Man, that's nuts. And I believe this can only make sense in our meth-addicted world called cryptocurrency. I just can't believe it. Shout out to Scotty Melker. Scotty Melker has actually called him out. He goes, wow, Freddie Kreuger's a Soylana Maxi now. Apparently learning a lot about Solana and meme coins, that's what Freddie said, means launching a token and rug pulling $1.3 million. I'm sorry to keep going at this, since my policy is never to engage. I have zero remorse, zero accountability. He's just making up poop to deflect. Also, he told people privately that he got involved with some bad people and had to do this He had to do this project to protect his friend's parents. A bold-faced lie. Bro, why is a 70-year-old? That's gold, friends. I learned a lot about the Soylana ecosystem, meme coins. So he's basically what he's saying is, Ethereum and Polygon are trash. They are like an Windows 3.1. And then Phantom is like an Apple product. That's what he says to him. Like, he's just talking about the speedness, bro. Like, man, look, friends. You are focusing just on the blockchain speed. You are fooling yourself. Because there are many things in the world, they could let you do it faster, but they don't for a reason. For example, you could sell a house in like 15 minutes. You could put an open market bid and offer, but it takes time to get rid of the family home. There's a couple of other things that just, it's forced to take time. It doesn't necessarily mean like if you enhance the time, everything's going to go nuts. Like your price of your house isn't going to go up more just because people, instead of waiting 3 months, you got to wait 3 days for it to buy. But you know, friends, we are in this, like, it's a bull market and, you know, people believe what they want to believe. But that's what happened to Bitcoin early. Bitcoin's decentralized and it went up. So people thought that the fair launch of Bitcoin was actually why it went up. Just to let you know, friends, that's exactly, you know, one of the earliest narratives of crypto. So I only learned this from watching like Bankless, Davey Soy Hoffman, other people who are around and who know the stories back then. So, you know, back here, friends, Litecoin, why was Litecoin launched? Because people thought like, oh, Bitcoin's decentralized and fair launch. Let's make another one. They did that and had value. So people thought, oh, if you have a fair launch and you're decentralized, you just go up in price over time. You have value. But no, what actually happened was you did go up because there was only like 2 doors of crypto adoption to get in, Bitcoin and Litecoin, obviously a few others, and they just dropped 95% anyway, right? So then people see the boom and bust cycles. You're not immune from the boom bust cycles, but people tell each other that these narratives just, I guess, to like believe whatever they can. Also, another funny and shocking news, friends. Hank from Breaking Bad. You remember Hank, friends? So you remember Hank? Man, you remember Hank, right? Dean Norris. So Hank, once again, friends, I'm not going to lie. He launched a pump fund meme coin and he rugged it. Oh, man, what are we doing, man? He literally launched the coin. I've decided to launch my own coin named Dean. And everyone's like, no! Oh, my God, that's him with the selfie. Oh, my God, dude, the comments, oh, they're hilarious. They're like, this guy looks like he works for Dunder Mifflin. I remember all these comments. They're like, dude, you look like the guys you were going after in the TV show. Oh, my, dude, that was just nuts. He literally looks like he's... Oh, man, it took freaking... What a dopamine hit crash that must have been when the show ended. Shout out to my friend Hexagon Hill as well. Oh, my God, man. I just... What are we doing, man? It's just literally, hey, there's a coin, bang. Oh, man, trading mindshare, friends. That's why you have to think about the mindshare you are allocating capital units to. If it's a person related, well, guess what? Person's very sinful. They have flaws. They can get tired. They get sleepy. They get bored. You know, but there are some ideas that just don't go away. For example, Pokemon doesn't go away. For example, Hex community, down 99%, still not going away. You get what I'm saying? You get the point? So Bitcoin as well, not going away. You got to think about these. But remember, friends, at the end of the day, they're just words.
Take a ride on a blue plane. Honey, I don't know when I'll be back again. Back again.
You know, it's all just words on the internet, man, because there's no guns. It's digital real estate. It's a digital country. You have digital passports, digital book club entries. That's all the altcoin tickers are. And we're trading around mind shares of people. But the market's smart because as more people get in, you probably think, why do things go up as a whole time? Because more people join, so the price goes up, but the market's giving a higher probability of surviving now because there's more people. It's just that you and I, we see all these pump and dumps all the time because it's like we know humans more than humans know humans, but not really. It's because, firstly, there's a constant stream of gamblers, and secondly, there's new people coming in. They come in, they see something going up, and they get that dopamine hit. They can't think straight. They're like, oh my gosh, it's going up. And then after it finally comes down, they're like, oh, that's why I need to take profit. That's what they start doing. But then they come into the next thing, and somehow they have a friend. They take profit early, and the thing goes another 30x. And so they just can't compute it in their mind what the hell is going on. Do I take profit or don't I take profit? Well, you know, we're so early to crypto. It's such a flimsy part of the early part of the cycle. I guess when it comes to altcoins and meme coins, meme cults, religions, that we haven't figured all that out yet. But make no mistake about it, the opportunity count keeps going up in the bull market. And then when there's euphoria, it downtrends. The amount of opportunity downtrends, which means most altcoins start to rotate out. That's why you got to take care of yourself this year. Also, friends, so as I mentioned to you, Trump signing the digital asset stockpile. So remember, it did not have the word Bitcoin. This is documenting Bitcoin. President Trump signs an executive order to develop a new strategic stockpile of Bitcoin for the United States. So this is actually false. It's false. See, he signed for digital assets, not specifically Bitcoin, as mentioned by the poster. As you can see, that's why everyone was like, they were like, because all we heard was Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. He even said Bitcoin Strategic Reserve at the conference. And then, so actually, friends, the update is Ripple have spent millions and millions of dollars to get close to the president. And, obviously, friends, they're paying millions of dollars to get next to him, like pay for the dinner, hang around with him. That's XRP investor money. But yes, it's the same thing pretty much to pump the bags, right? So they basically been telling him, hey, don't just do Bitcoin, man. Do all of these. Include all assets. So it's kind of like, what do? Bitcoin, decentralization, or this path. But here's the thing, man. Let me tell you, friends, it's inevitable that this digital thing is going to work. Look, dude, do you think Ripple's the first person in line? You think Brad Garlic Breath with his smelly garlic breath? Do you think he's the first guy in line to basically bribe Trump? There's literally the thousands of people want to bribe the guy, and they're going to give him money. They're going to give the country money, taxes, and make stuff. Okay, so it's very, very hard for Bitcoin just to win this ID tournament. In a nutshell, though, what does it actually mean? It basically just means if we're looking at others BTC, it means we have every single news event here telling us we're going to pump hard. Every single news event. Of course, people are frustrated because it's not pumping up hard now. But like I said, the simulation, I don't know. Wait. See, here's the thing, friends. We're destined to finish at a certain date. You and I don't know the ending yet, but we're destined to finish at a time. It's like the writers know, the writers of simulation, they know, the US government is going to actually sign the strategic reserve buying in like November the 5th. You know what I mean? Some date. And then we know, okay, if you go back 7 months from that, if you do the euphoria timing, we can't actually be moving now. It's weird how trust me, it's really, really, really weird. It is super strange how it all happens, but that's markets. That's why people always say, right, listen to anybody been around in markets, they'll be like, dude, I don't even care about the news. Just show me the price action on the chart to tell you the news. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. Now, heading on to the next piece of news, fans, this is actually fantasticals. Elon Musk, maybe you've heard of him. He explores blockchain use in US government efficiency, DOGE for enhanced transparency. So, okay, it's pretty much, because friends, the whole point of crypto is that it's public ledger, okay? We're not better people, we're not worse people, okay? We're not like more righteous or more moral, even though some people pretend that we're not, okay? We are literally the same as society. It's the same humans. You get it? There's only one difference though. The difference is there's a new part of the game theory. The game theory is public transactions are knowable now, okay? Everybody can see it. So if people want to do if people in office want to do scamming and moving of the funds and stuff out here, they better find a way to do this very, very, very sneaky, because everybody can see it. We can see where the money gets spent. You can see that things are moving around. Okay, so obviously this is why a CBDC is going to be an inevitability. Even though Trump's banned it now, they're going to call it digital dollar. They're going to do stuff like the US government's not going to let you see the whole block explorer of them. No freaking way, man. You can see every wallet. No way, dude. Because then the whole world can see it. Because the US government might be like, well, we can't see China's. We're not going to let China government spy on all our stuff. You see what I mean? So it introduces a lot of problems. However, that's for 10 to 20 years narratives, not now. Also, Elon Musk met with public blockchain reps to evaluate the technology. So that's like why this is kind of like that bullish undertone, like, they're checking out different chains. They're looking around different altcoins, which are going to be speculation. You're probably going to see stuff out here where probably XRP guys are going to say, Elon Musk might use XRP payment standard and it can reach $1,000. You know what I mean? They're just going to sell all that stuff. Now, they all know it's a bunch of hocus pocus, but you don't need it to, fans. It's all about the speculation anyway. It's about what people believe. It's expectations. Also, Richard Hart, friends, he has warned everybody to avoid using email. Potentially only use throwaway email. So I made a video recently for you. Basically, Mark Ueda has called for everyone to pretty much right here, urgent, PulseChain community. So there's crypto@sec.gov. He's called for everyone's public opinion stuff. Okay, so in a very respectful and polite manner, a call on the PulseChain community to use an anonymous email. You're just telling everyone. I know, friends. If you're like some of you guys, just like you're a mechanic in like West America, or you're like a plumber, or you're just a nurse. Like you don't really. I know you don't really care about like, hey, what's that of docs, man? Maybe your net worth's like $3,000. You know, I don't know. But for other people, I think out there is really important as well. Use an anonymous email to do it, because Richard shows how your IP can be tracked. They collect everything. He doesn't even use email because there's a lot of single source stuff. A lot of problems come out there. By the way, it's true. Email, man, email just gives you more problems than anything else now. There's too much spam. Emails, promotions always creep in. Like I'm unsubscribing to stuff every 15 seconds. You sign up to one website or pay once and then some new thing comes up. It's a nightmare. I really think the new emails of the future, they should run on blockchain. Why? Because if someone wants to send you an email, they have to tip you. Everyone would sign up to this service in a heartbeat. Like, if you want to send me an email, you got to pay me 10 cents. You know, and that's it. Or 10 cents or whatever it is. You know, obviously, if you want to send someone an email, yeah, you're just sending them 10 cents. You don't care. But the spammers, if they have to pay to send emails and stuff out here, you have to pay that person to receive it. That's what I mean. Not pay the chain, pay the person to receive it. That'd be something cool. But yeah, Richard obviously calls on everyone. He actually says as well, he hints, he's almost saying don't email. He's almost saying it because he's saying evil governments, they can make a trap. They invite you to basically go into their evil house and they wait for one person to say a bad thing and then they use it against everyone. You get that? Yeah, some of you friends, I'm not getting into too controversial conspiracy stuff, but there have been people in some of these riots in America, they found out they're from the other team. You know, they're not actually within the political rally group. It's someone else. Some of them have been like government linked. I remember once, I'll never forget this, was one of the, I forgot one of the protests. It was a government worker. It was they found the guy's face and they knew him and they tracked him. They Reddit like tracked him. I know it's Soyboy Reddit, but they actually tracked this guy down and they found out he was like, he worked at like a police county or something. He was so strange. Or he was like in a riot squad for anyway, from the police, and he was joining I think it was a Black Lives Matter rally, but yeah, he was obviously this white dude, yeah, and he was basically like just like causing havoc and chaos and stuff out here. I forgot what it was, like burning a fence or breaking stuff, and then yeah. So when I saw it at the time, I was like, oh crap, that the stuff is actually really real. Like, it's the opposition comes in and makes you look even worse. So that's just something to be mindful of. That's why we call in the PulseChain community. Remember, welcome to PulseChain. We love you. We love you, new SEC. Okay, so that's pretty much what everyone's going to do. There's going to be hopefully thousands of emails go through. So they know the name, man. They know that, hey, man, it's not just like corrupt SEC saying stuff. Man, there's thousands of people here. But yeah, be careful when it comes to all of these, please. Also, pDAI, friends, has hit 2 cents. There's actually a new FUD narrative, which is, I couldn't believe it. When I saw, dude, if you believe this narrative I'm about to tell you, do me a favor, bro. Just click along. I know, like, do what you want, but like, dude, just... You've run out of narratives at this point. The new narrative is it's not actually Richard on his account. I just don't know what to say. I don't want to say it at that point. Like, it's because he tweeted about pDAI for the 5th time and then a 6th time. Remember, friends, just like I'm trying to help, bro. Like, friends, he's had now 625 days to tell us it's not him. He's literally had that much. Okay, why would you let a meme coin go to $1 billion valuation that claims you are operating? And why would you let that happen on your chain, bro? Friends, just let you know, okay, do you want to see how big $1 billion is? PulseX is 700 million. Inc is 100 million. PLS itself is 860 million market cap, non-origin address. So like pDAI is only 2x away from flipping the layer 1 chain in size. What? How's that possible? That's why I'm just telling you, like, and people are claiming Richard's behind it. Okay, well, that's the thing. Like, he's had every opportunity to say, hey, watch out, there's a lot of scams. I think it's pretty obvious by now. By the way, even if you don't think it's obvious, GROK gives 60% chance. 60% odds. Okay, coin flip. Well, that's basically what it's saying is pDAI should be trading at 60 cents right now. It's trading at 2. GROK is saying, hey, this thing should be at 60. Yeah, it should be at 60. Right now, it's 2. 30x deviate. What an information gap. I'll tell you now, though, if the whole world knew about pDAI and we weren't gatekept and we're on Binance and Coinbase and all this other stuff, the price would be a lot higher. It might actually be like 15 cents right now. As Ethereum goes up, it probably goes up closer to 40 or 50. Also, friends, if you wanted to as well, there is like, obviously, this is unorthodox, so be careful. This is pUSDT to pDAI. Okay, so it's pUSDT. If Richard does do the pegging on it one day and matches to pDAI, you are effectively buying pDAI at a 55% discount, almost half price. So you're basically getting it at like 1 cent instead of 2 cents if it works out. But this thing, look, but if it goes down, then that sucks as well. So it's a riskier play, but it is something available there. If people had like, hey, like, let's say you wanted like some ultra degen risk stuff, that's a potential possibility. Obviously, I'm just assuming you have your core coins already locked in. Also, once again, shout out to Pulse Coin List, man. What this page is epic. Somi mode. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is absolutely amazing. So, green all over the board. I know it's just 3 or 4%. We need like 50% moves here. DickWifButt plus 25%. You have pDAI and pWBTC. Man, imagine one day this has $100,000. And imagine this one. Friends, okay, look. When I say I want pDAI with 10 cents, I don't mean I want to stop there. It's just, at that point, you got to understand, like, that's big, man. You don't accidentally get to, like, if you go check the market cap, what would pDAI be? That's big, dude. That's big. That's big. It's 467 million market cap, yeah? Like, if we did another 5x, that would be 2 billion market. Come on, bro. Come on. At that point, you think someone out there accidentally put a coin on PulseChain and it just randomly got to 2 billion market cap starting from near zero? Come on, man. I'm trying to help you. So don't forget, Pumpkin, that now confirms 6 times Richard Hart has tweeted about the pDAI.
Well, let me tell you, I've been high most of my life, and a dream is just a wish that a heart makes. I used to sell you only things you can find in a drugstore.
We are pumping. We are pumping. It's a pump to me. It's a pump to me. It might not be a pump if you're like a $4 lottery ticket buy on Soylana, but it's a pump to me. I've also got some epic news as well, friends. So 3 days ago, I trained glutes. I did this cross hamstring, cross your leg part, and man, it's still killing. It's still killing. So we are still training, still doing the best we can to make it. Look after your health as well this year, because you ain't sleeping this year. So what do I mean by look after your health? Just like, don't kill yourself, man. Because friends, I'm telling you now, this is the lock-in year. This is it. We have but I think it's going to be very, very easy in terms of, like, it's so clear. Like, you don't have to worry. Like, Donald Trump's in. All the executive orders. Nobody has stood in his path. Everything I've been saying for the past 2 years has been true. The deep state simply made too many people poor. That's it. When too many people are poor, it's too big to rig. You get it? You got to throw some people bones. You might also say, in a simulation type of belief, in the next cycle, we are getting thrown a bone right now. That could be it. You know, we're getting thrown a bone. So when they want to do, in next cycle, they want to do like more regulation stuff, a lot of people here would have made it. So the people who retaliate against the government, the pool is getting smaller and smaller. You get it? So that's and the people who come in late, yeah, they're probably going to like beg the government for more stuff in terms of like, hey, regulate this and do this. So it's interesting just how it'll play out. Now, I found this interesting post, friends. So I don't know how I ratioed Ranny Boo. Now, this is why it's interesting. You'll see. So Ranny Boo, as you know, friends, Ranny Boo's got like $200 million. Okay, so he lost 50% of his net worth in Luna. He had $100 million in that, $110 million. He dropped 98%. So he's got like 1 or 2 million, but he made $70 to $80 million of it back a year ago. So around in Soylana stuff. So he's made probably $100 million back plus. And also, I've shed some light. So I don't know much about anything. This man, Rand's, the comment section on YouTube and Twitter for Rand is like 99% negative, and it's been that way like every single day for like 9 months, 10 months. Like, go to Crypto Banter, man. You got 1.3 million subs. There has to be a lot of cheery people. Nah, just straight negative. One interpretation you could think of is like, maybe he trusted too much in 2021. And he's like, you know what, man? I really believed in Luna. And look what he got for it, right? From holding. So look, Rand Luna losing $100 million, life reevaluated. See that 2 years ago. So that was pretty much it, friends. He's done multiple interviews from 100 million to 0. His trading journey. So Rand has done a lot of these interviews on other channels. Oh, who's her? Check it out. Okay, so so he's done a lot of interviews where he's like, look, man, look, I took $100 million hit. And like, he had a twinkle in his eye. He's like, don't worry, like, I'll make it back. It was hard, but I'll make it back, you know? Because when you believe in something, and he really did believe in it, man. When you believe in something, and the dumps, you gotta understand, man, from his perspective, people said, Rand, you're silly, you should have taken profit in 2021. And I'm thinking, bro, don't listen to those people. Those are the people they sell when their portfolio first hits like 100K, and then they're selling Bitcoin at $9 pretty much. And then, you know, and then they miss out completely. But now people are telling him, hey, you're dumping too much. So he's probably realized in his head, you know what? People just say whatever anyway. If I sell nothing, they call me stupid, and then I cop the 0 retracement. And then if I keep dumping, they're going to whinge anyway. I go, okay, but in one world I'm rich, in one world I'm poorer. So which one he's going to pick? So it could be that explains why there might be foul play around here and there. There might be, hey, we're collecting sponsorship and stuff out here. There might be that. I don't know. But that's why I want you to know these types of dynamics are happening. And whether you think it's morally right or wrong doesn't matter. It's still going to happen. I'm trying to help you navigate the game, friends. So you understand when you're buying, who are you buying from? You get it? If you're holding right now. So if someone's selling pDAI right now, basically I think that person, they either chasing Soylana pump fund trash, or that person thinks Richard Hart isn't controlling his Twitter account. And I'm like, you know what? Gimme, sell me everything you got. I'd love to buy it off you, you know? People who sell Pika right now, they're probably also chasing Soylana pump fund trash. Okay, cool. Get out. Sweet. I'll take it off you, okay? And you see what I mean? But in the euphoria, maybe boomers are buying, and we're like, hey, these boomers, they did not touch crypto for the past 3 years, and now they're saying Donald Trump's going to usher in the new golden age. I'm like, interesting. I would like to be selling to someone like you. You haven't touched crypto for 3 years. Now you decide to enter after Bitcoin goes from 15K to maybe 300K. It's interesting, right? But yeah, so Rand made this post here. He made this post, and I'll show it to you. He says, well, he goes, help if you can. It's a colleague of us. So basically, Rand is asking the community to help. There's a colleague. They've got cancer. I'm very unfortunate. Look, friend, I will light a candle for you as well, for your work colleague, this person. Because, you know, it ruins a lot of families, that thing. We've got to get rid of that in the world. So here's the thing that all the comments are saying pretty much to Ranny Boo, you should pay for it. You're worth $200 million. Your work, you should pay for it. And I'm thinking, man, like, if you had a lot of money, you don't like a lot of people just telling you go spend your money, like, you know. But what I've done is I've actually given a strategy. So instead of just saying you should do, I've done a strategy. Here's something, okay? I got Rand. So Rand's got at least probably $50 million in Soylana. So if that's staked, $200 million net worth, $50 million in Soylana. So if it's staked, he earns $4 million of yield in the year. That he actually earns $76,000 interest per week. How about that, right? $76,000 interest just in the staking yield. So that alone covers one week, but it's still a cost for him. So I thought, well, here's a trade for you. You've got Sol, right? I go, look how low the pulse to Sol ratio is. So effectively, if he rotated, say, if he's got $50 million of Sol, if he used 500K, he's just using 1%. He's just using 3 months yield free to have a punt. So if he rotated just 2,000 Sol in here, remember, that's only 500K worth of 50 million. He's still got 49.5 million on the side. If you use 500K, if he bought PulseChain, just here, PLS, and he sold it up here, I calculated how much he'd have. He actually have a lot. He would turn the 2,000 Sol investment, now he would be worth 5,600 Sol value. So he would have a profit of 3,600 Sol, which at $300, that's $1 million. That's $1 million profit. Okay, so here's the thing. He gets back his original Sol. So he turns his 2,000 into 5,600. He can get back his 2,000, put it back into his 50 million stack. Now he's got that free Sol. He's got $1 million. You can do a giveaway. You can pay for this person. And he basically, this is how you use ratios to your advantage if you really, really believe in Sol. You might find, though, when it comes to that point, he probably doesn't even want Sol. He probably just wants to sell in USD. Maybe because Sol isn't $300 there. Maybe it's even higher. But I'm just showing you can do these things where you can just shift yourself in your portfolio further down the risk curve if you want something. But there's a catch. Catch is you can't do leverage. And 2, you don't do it once. That's it. You can only do this once. That's the thing. And obviously, you got to wait because you don't know when these things are going to time out. So I want to show that here for you, just to show you that things that are possible where, like, because it's obvious to me, but so many times someone will show me, hey, I've got 20 grand of Bitcoin and 20 grand of Ethereum, and I want to buy, like, I want to buy this core coin, but I don't want to spend all the BTC or something. I don't want to spend all my 20 grand BTC. And what I'll say is, look, you do what you want. But right now, what you could do is, spend your ETH, so that they want to spend the ETH. And I'll go, hey, you spend your ETH and you miss your bit of your ETH. But if you use the BTC to buy ETH, you can get back what you've lost in terms of your BTC and your ETH value because you're buying ETH BTC low. You can do that. So basically, like, you're hedging yourself again. You're like, well, if things go up, and ETH goes up, I get to get back my value. So basically what you're doing is, friends, you're using ratios to your advantage. You're trying to figure out what's the thing that's cheap. Now, here's the thing. You can't do leverage on these because, these things can go on forever. And by the way, people are long from freaking here. You know what I mean? So, but if you're coming in here now and, like, friends, if I was a fund, I had $100 million, dude, this is all in, bro. You're getting paid at Christmas this year. However, if you were a fund, you shouldn't have even let it be here. You should be long from here. So that's the catch-22 with these. When things go so far one way, it's like, why weren't you in before that if you really believe? That's why it's easier said than done. So where to from here, friends? Well, it's a bit tough, man, because, look, for example, do you remember AI agents like 2 weeks ago? They're already down 80%. GOAT is 83% down in 69 days. How good is the AI agent now? So don't remind me of this poop coin, please. Thread guy told me it was going to AI and mega cycle. Man, friends, you gotta understand, man. The people who are yelling this stuff, you have to assume they're grifters. They're not all grifters. I'm just telling you, assume they're grifters. So then you can make your decision properly about whether or not they just, like, luckily landed on a coin or they're gonna come out with profit anyway. Because the people talking about all this other stuff, they're taking profit on their audience. They're dumping. They don't lose. You know what I mean? Like what I've noticed is, this is the sad part. The people with big targets, a lot of them, this is sad. So let's say they put in 5 grand into a coin that got in early. Now it's 100K. Yeah. They'll sell like $70,000 worth, $80,000 worth. Now they've got like 20% left. And then they'll yell really, really high for a big bull target because they're out, because they want that lottery ticket to go really, really far. They'll do that. And so you don't know that, though. You don't know they've sold 80% of the position. You just think, oh, wow, this thing's got another 100x to go. Because if it goes down, they're like, oh, it's one of those coins that didn't fail like all the others. And they just move on to something else. That's what they actually do. So you got to protect yourself with this, but you understand these. But look how fast AI agents moved around. Now it's, Trump coin comes out, there you go, sucks all the liquidity. It's just another chatbot, man. So, look, this is troubling, but also the truth. This is tough, man. Look how many coins are on Soylana now. 30 million. Actually more, 37 million. Number of unique crypto tokens over time. My gosh, man. This is Soylana. My gosh. That is, what the hell, man. That is wild. My 37 million on Soylana. Whoa. How are you meant to navigate that? Well, it's just, you're not trading communities. You're trading brain rot, TikTok generation, trash. They're not memes. They're JPEGs. You're trading sub 24-hour lifespan JPEGs. That's what you're trading. They use the word memes because you don't know what else to call them. It's trash. It's trash. It's like if you go to a roulette wheel and you throw money in there and you say, hey, Warren Buffett, I'm investing. I'm investing. Look at me. I'm a genius investor. And they're like, okay, you can use whatever word you want, bro. To me, that's gambling. But then again, it's relative because people who own stocks, they look at us in crypto and they're like, oh, there's no cash flow, therefore you're gambling. You know what I mean? But then you look at that orangey guy, he's an influencer. He's making like $500,000 a week. Everybody signed up to like his Discord. Obviously, they're not making any money because he's getting rugged and trapped, and he's just making all the money. $500,000 a week. He's a really good trader. So if you speak to him, he's like, oh yeah, Soylana and pump fund stuff's the best. But yeah, this guy's making $500K a week. What about everyone else who's got credit card debt, who's just blown their second credit card down 20K? So ultimately, friends, this has to reconcile itself somehow. I don't know how it does. If I was to guess, it's just hopium, and we're always wrong about these, but whatever. If I was to guess, Ethereum comes back to here, ETH-BTC, and then people have this like kind of realization like, maybe trading 19,000 times a week wasn't the right answer, because these coins, fans, like trading a lot of times, it's not a blessing, it is a curse. You don't want Ethereum to have 1 second speed transactions and 1 cent fees. You don't actually want that. Okay, it makes you think about the cost about what you buy. You want big value before you do a trade. Just like the house. Take you 3 months to buy a house. You better get the right one. Are you sure you want to sell? Are you really, really sure you get it? There's a finality when it comes to that. But because you're TikTok brain rot generation, these kids, they don't know any better. Yeah, they're coming in here. They get tattoos on their forehead and their neck. They get their ex-girlfriend tattooed on their arm, and they're sending her 3 emojis. She's on an OnlyFans that I'm subscribed to just because I was curious. What's all the buzz about? You know what I mean? So that's what is pretty much coming on here, and they have no idea. They're getting rinsed by people who know what they're doing. But it does create opportunity. However, there's altcoin dispersion. So yeah, man. A lot of people think that actually altcoins never going to go up, but they do go up, man. It means cults religions. We drown them out. Like, they need something to believe in. They need somewhere to go. Somebody who changes tickers every like 15 seconds, like, oh, AI is now this, now pump, now blah, 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 blah. Someone does this, they're non-serious. It's a roller coaster casino. Eventually goes down. Where's the new money going to come from? You know, they're relying on Soylana to keep pumping. Just what if you're not the main character chain in 2025? What if it's something else? So you have only lived in a world where this thing has gone up solely. Okay, that's why I find these things, you don't know if they're going to turn. You just think about your risk. You think, oh, if Soylana stops, you might be bonked. Maybe hedge it. How can you hedge it? Okay, you take like 30% of your soul, you put it into ETH. Or take 50%. Now you're 50-50. You see, you don't have to go all in or all out. But still, most people won't do that because they're all in or all out. Just like we're all in or all out to our friendship. Like, subscribe, press the belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.